Welcome again to my YouTube channel, and we are moving on with the NEBOSH International General Certificate, and we are in the third element, and this video is going to talk about the first aid personnel. Remember, last video we discussed and we ended up with the first aid facilities provisions, and we discussed into details. We discussed into details the first aid equipments which are required in an organization or a workplace. Discussed about the UK HSE suggestion for the provision of a small scale work of a small and a low risk workplaces. If you want to plan to provide first aid equipment in a low and small in a small and a low risk workplaces, there is a suggestion of which equipments basically should be provided in a workplace. And if you are working in a large organization, we are working in a large company where we have a bigger number of workers, and we also there is a likelihood that accidents are going to occur. Therefore, the suggestion for which equipment should be provided to suit the need of your workplace were also given. So today's video, we are going to talk about the first aid personnel. We are going to talk about the first aid personnel. These are the people who have been chosen, have been nominated in the workplace among the staffs who will be responsible to conduct first aid in our workplace. Now, these people should have the following qualities. So, the essential role and responsibility of first aiders is to keep the casualty and the injured person alive until the professional medical responders or assistants arrives. So there is a formula known as 3 Ps. There is a formula known as 3 Ps, and this formula is what will guide the first aider. Number one is the P number one is to preserve life. So the first aider's main objective is to preserve life, to ensure the injured person remain alive until the medical professionals assistance arrives. The second P is to prevent deterioration, to prevent the severity of the harm or the injury that has already occurred. Let's say someone has been injured and he is bleeding. So if there is no any assistance that will be given to this person, the bleeding will continue and the person may end up losing consciousness, and he can even faint and die. So with the presence of a first aider and prevent the loss of blood and provide the resuscitation or the CPR. So all these activities that will be done is to ensure the person remains alive. And the third P represents to promote recovery. So the third P represents promote recovery. So there is a situation whereby by the help of the first aider, the sick person or the injured person can easily recover, depending on the severity of the incident or the accident. So those are the 3 Ps that guides the first aider. So the first aider also provides a simple treatment for minor injuries that do not require professional treatment. So the role of a first aider also can be providing a small or a simple treatment. This treatment can be the provision of painkillers and some other medications that are recommended to be given to a sick person. And this will mark the end of our video today.